What's up, YouTube? It's Dake again. I'm always here, it's only me by myself doing everything. Today I'm bringing you the 5 most famous hackers in the world. You're gonna like what you're gonna hear. I don't do this very often, but this is very, very interesting. And just a little extra here, people usually call the bad hackers black hats, which you have probably heard this before. In Black Ops 2, you have the little tactical thing, which is called black hat, that lets you hack things like chalk churches and claymores and spy planes and all that crap. And this is not an actual order, but let's just get started. Number 5. This guy's name is Jonathan James. He was known as Comrade on the internet. His ticket to the fame was pretty much that he was sent to prison for hacking the United States at being like 15 years of age. And he managed to hack a lot of networks, including Bell South, Miami-Dade, the U.S. Department of Defense, and NASA. And everything he downloaded, all the assets, equaled $1.7 million. Just to add everything he did, NASA had to shut down everything, all their network for about 3 weeks until they found who it was. Number 4. His name is Kevin Mitnick, and his story is so interesting. He was called the most wanted computer criminal in the US history by the US Department of Justice. He served a year in prison because he hacked the Digital Equipment Corporation's network, and he was let out for like 3 years of supervised release. And at the end of that period, he just decided to go on his hacking spree for like 2.5 years. And that involved breaching the National Defense Warning System and stealing corporate secrets. He was eventually caught and convicted, ending with a 5-year prison sentence. And after serving, he just like completely changed, and he became a consultant and public speaker for computer security. So that was pretty interesting. Number 3 is Albert Gonzalez. He made his way into the fame by collecting over 170 million credit card and ATM card numbers over 2 years. And Gonzalez started off as a leader of a hacking group known as Shadow Crew, and this group just went out and stole like 1.5 million credit card numbers, and they sold them to the public and online for profit. And this Shadow Crew also made fraudulent passports and health insurance cards, also birth certificates, for identity theft crimes totaling 4.3 million. So he was sentenced to prison for 20 years, 2 sentences of 20 years to be served out at the same time. Number 2 is Kevin Poulsen. He was known as Dark Dante, who gained his fame by his knowledge of telephone systems. He hacked the radio station's phone lines, and he put himself as the winning caller, getting himself a brand new Porsche. And the funny thing is that he got captured in a supermarket. And just like Kevin Mitnick, he changed his ways. After being released from prison, he began working as a journalist, and he was a senior editor for Wired News. And number 1, his name is Gary McKinnon. This guy was known as Solo on the internet. He coordinated what would become the largest military computer hack of all time. He accessed 97 computers belonging to the US Armed Forces and NASA. Claimed that he was only searching for information concerning free energy suppression and UFO activity cover-ups. But at the end, he deleted like a bunch of critical files, rendering over 300 computers, and that resulted in over $700,000 in damages. And because he was Scottish, he managed to dodge the American government, and apparently he's still fighting against extradition to the United States. And that's it, guys, and that's all the 5 people. I hope that was very interesting for you, as it was for me. I think it was pretty cool, and I hope you guys like it. As always, thank you so much for everyone that's been subscribing and all that stuff. I really appreciate it, and that's like the best thing you could ever do for me. So leave a comment if you liked, and yeah, living uncertain about the future is Dake, getting out.